Hi, thank you for joining me. As you know, if you live in this time, you should already know that we have entered the era of AI. So, what does that mean for you? That means that moving forward, you should be making the effort to learn about AI, its use, its implementation, and how to be safe using AI. So there's a lot of things you have to do, even if you're not um, using AI in terms of, let's say, someone building a system, but even as a layperson, understanding how AI works around you and how it works is a very important aspect that you should keep in mind. So understanding the basic concept of AI and how to use it will go a long way to, making your life easy. But that's not what I'm working on right now. Right now, I want to walk you through the process of NotebookLM, which is part of Google's agentic AI, put together a multi AI system that helps people analyze their work and be able to generate reports. So, for example, someone in an office responsible for generating financial reports in the company, this program is very useful for you. And this, especially for students that are writing essays and research program, this program is also very useful for you. So let's take, for example, that as a student, I want to do a research on AI. Let's say the teacher gave me the assignment and I decided I wanted to put together the program or the brainstorm to be able to do that. So let's go ahead and start a notebook LM project for research. So I've already went ahead and I downloaded a couple um, PDFs online. So I'll walk you through the process. So let's say you come on here, you type notebooklm.google.com, it brings you to this website. And now when you are on Notebook LM, you can click to create a notebook. So then once you get to this point, you can choose how you want to conduct the research. So let me close this for now and walk you through the platform itself, the site. So on this section right here is the title. So right now, since I want to work on I think I will name this the era of agentic AI. So that will be the name of the notebook I'm working on right now. So there's a couple of ways you can go ahead. So this section is where the sources you're going to use to write your project are going to be uh, uploaded or searched for. And then also you have this section right here. This is a section where you will be chatting with the AI. So if I upload any document right now, the AI will summarize what documents I have uploaded. Then from there, I can then chat with the AI. And then on this section right here, after I've collected the sources and I have gathered all the prompt and everything I wanted to gather from the I can create something called notes, which is right there. I'll click add notes right there, and then I will add those notes to be able to save them for later. So for now, let's begin. So, like I said, I am today acting as a student. So, a student that have been asked by the professor, teacher, or whoever, that I should be able to do a little research on agentic AI or AI in general. So then, since there are two ways to add sources, I can click add sources and then choose web sources. Web sources means I can go here and then ask AI to generate sources for me. So, for example, I can, if I say web sources, right, and I type the topic. So in this case, I did when I went on Google and I typed this right there to get the PDFs, I'll be working with PDF, but I just wanted to show you in case you're working with web sources. So on the web sources, you would type something like, file type, you give it the AI and agentic publish research notes. So what that will do is give you like PDF of that. So let me demonstrate an example directly on Google. So if I go on Google and I want to get PDFs of research done on AI, let's say I type that on there, I specify PDF so that Google will only give me PDFs of that. So if I click enter, what that happen is if I look on there, these are the sources that I got. So if I open any of these, there are PDFs of those researches. So for example, on this one right there is a scientific research also that has been, and then you can see that there's a lot of, and then IMF research, and there's a bunch of research on there regarding AI. So I downloaded a couple to demonstrate how to use the Notebook LM. So let's go ahead and choose to upload our sources, right? So if I do uploading, uh, let me add, I can drag and drop my sources on there. So let me go on here. I already downloaded those from Google as the sources, and I drop them on there. Mm, okay, I guess I have to add them through Google Drive. Upload files. So I can do upload files. And then since I already gathered those, and then I can just copy all of them and open. So it will open those sources in here. Now, once the sources have been updated, as you can see, the AI node already notebook alarm also already used the header that I gave it, and it's already counted the amount of sources that I included there, and then it's going to summarize what is covered on those sources. As you can see, this collective document explore the emergence of agentic AI, and then so that's practically the summary of all the sources that I have on there. So now, as a way to prompt it, to highlight the prompt. So when you prompting, you want to use the row format goal strategy, the row format goal strategy. So I'm going to use this example right there. It says as act as a research assistant, which is the role, or expert. And then I said review the sources, create a structural outline arranged in a tabular form. So that's the formal part of it, of the steps and skills that I should be working towards as an as AI becomes part of our lives, to put me in a great shape to succeed. So that will be the goal. I want to be in great shape to succeed in the era of AI. So let's put this prompt in here and ask AI to give us that. So then the AI, once I put that on there and I click, so it's going to analyze that and then generate the report for me. So I'm going to give it a few minutes to do that. So as you can see, to succeed as as AI agent, so practically it kind of give me the steps that I was talking about, and then the success roadmap for the era of AI. So development phase, key steps to take, essential skill to master. So phase one, cognitive foundation. So practically me learning stuff. So move beyond simple, generative AI, and then talk about when we talk about generative AI, you from the term you already know is content creation to understanding agentic AI, which is autonomous goal achievement. So we're trying to move from just you know generate me a picture to hi, this is what I want you to help me to do, and then the AI does that for you. So the goal would be this composition. So learn how to break complex high level objective into manageable subtasks for AI agent to execute. So then it gave me phase two, phase three, phase four, phase five. So those are all the steps that I need. Foundation, the technical proficiency, operational orchestration, and then human in the loop oversight, and then strategy and ethical leadership. So those are the steps that I need to be proficient and be successful in the era of AI. So then key skills details. It went ahead and gave me the description of all the details that I need. So remember how I said I can add to note. So I can say save to note right there, and then it's going to populate that on here. So now what I can do is I can use any of the studio options right there, and then says maybe generate audio, generate slides, generate video, generate my report, flashcards. And so in this case, I want to generate the audio on the video. Also, you can use your notes as another source. So if I come on here, I can say I can export it into a sheet. I can export it as a document. I can convert all notes into source. So if I wanted to convert it to source, I can just click, send it back to source or convert all notes to source. So if I have more than one note, so I can also send this as a source. So I can send that as a source. As you can see, it added the notes right there. And then so I can, if I wanted to generate this as a video explainer or brief. So if I'm doing it's a structured comprehensive overview of the connect the dot within the source, or I can do like a byte. So I like to do like explainer, and then I can choose what type, the way that I want, uh the style that I want it to be like. So depending on what catches your eye, I'll be like, all right, let's do a whiteboard type of presentation, or you can do any of the other types. So let me see. Let's try a whiteboard type. If I select that and then move down, it already, why should the AI host focus on? So I can explain what I'm trying to focus on. So maybe if I give it the same prompt, you know, let me give it the same prompt. So it will also focus on that. And then business roadmap, I also skill development. So that way it implement that. Implementation guide. mm, I can do that. And then let me see what else I can. Business practical roadmap, and then skills management. I can add skills management, skills development. So everything that I want to be able to be elaborated on the video. So I'll say I'll add all of those on there so that the AI will focus on those topics when it generates the audio, the video that I want it to be able to. So now let's create our video. So what that happen, it will be generating the video on here, and then you can continue researching and looking through everything that you've had. So if you are also a student, and let's say this was, for example, you these were textbooks and you wanted to study, you can do flashcards to study the material that you've uploaded. You can do quizzes to quiz yourself on the material that you uploaded. So if you have a test coming up and you upload the notes, you can do the study guides and you can do the quiz version of it. So that is what you should be looking forward to once this is uploaded, and then you can take a look at what your audio looks like. So like I said, we have gone through the process of just generative AI to agentic AI. So we've gone to the point where AI can do everything for you, and one of those would be for having a platform like this Notebook LM that goes a long way to helping you, the student, or anybody that wants to do data analysis or financial analysis. This is good for you. So now that you know how to utilize Notebook LM, please go ahead, like the video, comment. If you have any questions, you can post them on the comment, especially if you have questions about this particular video and how you can utilize the resources. I am here to answer those for you. So let me give it a little bit and see what video has been generated, and then we can go ahead and post that out for you to follow the steps to be able to understand the process. So there's a lot of things on here that you can do with what you have. So if I wanted to do a flashcard, I can do the same thing. Just click on the flashcard and it will create flashcard based on the resources that I've uploaded. The same thing as the quizzes and the reports. So if I wanted to generate reports, I would just click on there and get, and then tables just as part of that.